Hey guys, welcome to class. It's Friday. So today for Friday, we're going to look at finding percent, a closer look, maybe a few extra examples. So sometimes I think this concept confuses students a lot, finding the percent of a number. So, and it's so crucial and important to understand how to find a percent of a number mathematically. Sometimes you can figure it out. Oh, if I have 100, 50% of it is 50. I know what 50% is. I also know what 60% is, or 70 or 80. But how do you find it on paper? How do you find it using numbers and with an equation? So here's my first example. They'll say 15 is what percent of 100? 15. We know it's not half. We know it's not 50%. Then it would be 50. So it's only 15. So you're going to take your number, your 15. You're going to set it over 100 because you want to know 15 is what percent of 100. You're going to times it by 100 out of 1 over 1 because, or just 100, but we put it over 1 to balance the equation. You multiply it by 100 because the 100 also tells you out of percent. This is what percent of 100. So you can cross multiply as usual. Then you would get 1500 over 100 and then do the math. This would give you 1500 if you cross multiply over 100. And then you can divide. Okay? And I would say 100 goes into 1500 15 times. So, believe it or not, 15 is only 15% of 100. Another way, a quicker way you could have done it was to cancel across. 100 goes into 100 once, 100 goes into 100 once. 1 times 15 is 15. 1 times 1 is 1, so your answer is 15. So you have, options. Students that are afraid to cross multiply and cross cancel, you can always multiply across and then do the math. I like to reduce first and cancel across because I don't like my number so big. But 15 is 15% of 100. Let's try another one. I still haven't gotten a board yet. This board is very old. I used to work with kids a couple of years ago. It's actually my old board from COVID. It's actually ruined. Let's try one more. So I'm going to give you another one. Okay, let me move my little thingy out the way. So let's do a bigger number like 45. 45 is what percent? What percent of 50? Okay, you have 50 marbles. I gave you 45. What percent did I give you? So again, like I told you, step number 1 is to set up your equation. You put your 45 over 50. All right, you want to know what percent that is. You multiply it by 100 over 1. And like I told you, I like to cross multiply and cancel. So I'm going to cancel 50 into 50 once. 50 into 100 is 2 times. This is already 1 and 1. There's nothing to do here. So I'm going to just cross multiply. 45 times 2 gives me 90. So 15 is 90% of 50. 45. 45 is 90% of 50. That's a large percent. We already know that if I ask you for 50% of 50, you would know what that is. 25. So it's good to know how to set up your equation, put your number. This is the formula. You can't go wrong if you're trying to figure it out. Let's try one more. I hope you were able to see that 90. I only have a small space to work with. All right. Let's do one more. I'm going to say 16 is what percent of 40? I don't want my numbers too big. So again, I'm going to take my 16. I'm going to put it over the 40. The 16 is what percent of 40? I'm going to multiply it by 100 because I'm trying to get the percentage. And now, again, I'm going to cross multiply, cancel. I'm going to say 10 goes into 40 10 times. I chose 10 because I know it goes into 40 and also goes into 100 10 times. Oh, I'm so sorry. 10 goes into 40 4 times. I'm moving too fast. 10 goes into 100 10 times. So can I cancel anything else? Can I reduce anything else? I can reduce these two here. 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 16 4 times. Good. So I'm looking at my number where I'm at. My numbers are pretty low right now. I think I'm ready to cross multiply. So I'm going to say 4 times 10 is 40. 1 times 1 is 1. I don't need to put the 1. So my answer is 40. 40%. Isn't that odd? 16 is 40% of 40. Woohoo! Let's try one last one. How many did we do? 3? Maybe we can stop there. I think you get the general gist. Whatever percentage the teacher is asking, hey, that number is what percent of that number? Make sure you put those two numbers on top and make a fraction out of it, and you must multiply it by 100 over 1. That way you can figure out what percent it is. Okay, hopefully you learned something from this. If so, give it a like, give it a share, and start following me as we go on this math journey together. Thank you so much.